In this video, I'm starting over with nothing on a brand new account and seeing if I could reach 110 overall in 100 hours or less without spending any money. This won't be easy, but it is possible, so with that being said, let's get into it. Alright, so here we are on the brand new account, and as always, I'm gonna have to do the account setup first before we get into anything else. But before even that, I just want to show you it's currently 1:22 p.m. on Monday, which means at 5:22 p.m. on Friday is when the challenge will end. But with that out of the way, let's get into the account setup. Alright, so the account setup is now done. I chose Real Madrid as my starting team, got Trent and Foden as star players, claimed the welcome pack, and got a gift pack. So right out the gate, I have a handful of decent players to add to the team. I'm going to auto build and then get rid of all the players off the bench, and we are starting off now with a 93 overall team. So this is a great start, but we're still 17 overall from our goal, so we still have a lot of things to do to upgrade the team. And the ways that we're going to upgrade our team is through store packs, which are probably going to be the biggest contributor to our squad upgrades. Live events like the Ragnarok event are also going to play a huge role in allowing us to get gems for packs as well as players like the Larson. And finally, grindable storyline events like the Zlatan Chronicles, the Beckham's Chronicles, and stuff like that will give us players that we can use to upgrade the team. Of course, we also have exchanges and the market that will help us upgrade the team, but I think the first three ways are going to be the main ways that we can upgrade our team this week. So in saying that, the first thing I'm going to do is a little hack that you could do when first starting up an FC Mobile account. It's a way to get tons of gems and a couple good players right out the gate. So I'm here in the league section, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort the league season level by a minimum of 45, and then I'm going to go here and look up league members 99 for the minimum, 99 for max, and what we're looking for are leagues that have really progressed that will offer us tons of rewards but also have one member or one slot open for us to join. So right here is a great example. As you can see, they have level 100, which means they've maxed out their rewards, and I just tried to join but I can't, which means someone else has joined before I did. So right here is a great example. They're at level 44, they have one slot open. We are now a part of the league. We could collect all the rewards here, so 4,600, and we could go and claim all these rewards that they have unlocked in the season pass here. So we're going to claim all, tons of gems, and a handful of players. Hopefully we could get a decent player. That would be a great start to our account. We are, I believe there's 2 or 3 Ragnarok players we're going to get. Striker for Ginola? No. CDM, I believe it's 106 or 107. 106 rated Andre, and who else did we get? We got a center back and then 4,000 gems. Plus, I just realized we got 2 Mascherano's and 13 million coins. That's crazy. But now that I've claimed the rewards, I'm going to leave the league because I don't want to take up a spot since I won't be playing in that league. So thank you to that league for allowing me to collect some rewards, but now that we have some gems, we could start off by opening up a 3,000 gem pack, our daily pack here, 105 to 111 rated. We are going to do this every single day of the challenge because you could get some crazy players out of here. So, who are we getting here? We're going to get Uruguay center back. No, it's going to be right back. I believe this is still a high rated card though. 107 rated. Very good. So just from that pack and the league rewards, I'm going to put in the 107 rated right back. Perfect. We're going to put in the CDM there, and then our new center back will go there. We are now up to a 97 overall team, and the best part is we still have more gems to spend and coins. But as of right now, we don't yet have anything worth spending the gems or coins on. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go in, I'm going to grind out the Ragnarok event, the challenge mode event, the Zlatan Chronicles, the Beckham's Chronicles, and maybe even the Hero Chronicles. Try to get as many players and rewards as possible so that tomorrow I could open up a ton of packs and make great progress towards reaching 110 overall. The other important thing to do is to get Mascherano's for this challenge, so that's going to be another objective I'm going for. But with all that said, I'm going to get into the grind today, and I will see you tomorrow for another update when we have all of those rewards. Alright, I am back, and it is now 2:09 p.m. on Tuesday, and yesterday I was able to make tons of progress towards reaching our goal of 110 overall. So this is what the team is looking like. Not much has changed from yesterday except for the fact that I did rank up and train up a couple players. It might have been wasted Mascherano's, but it is what it is. But that was a team that I took into the different live events that I grinded, mainly the Ragnarok event, and was able to get tons of rewards out of here. So we have 1,000 gems here from the Ragnarok event, and I've claimed a total of 1,650 of the Ragnarok tokens. So with these tokens, we're going to be able to claim a bunch of rewards here today. We got a Mascherano there. We're going to get 100 training transfer points there. Next up, we have the 10 mighty shards. Now these are going to be really important for when we eventually want to get a player out of the gallery here. We likely will only be able to get a 200 shard player, maybe a little bit more, but that's really unlikely. So any shard amount really helps. We have some coins here, but the big thing that we're getting today is a guaranteed 102 to 111 overall player. And the rewards that we're getting from this event is just the tip of the iceberg for today, because we do have tons of gems to open up packs. So in this pack, we get a 103, not the best, but it is what it is. The final reward I'm going to be able to claim today is the 5 winter shards. So we're now up to, I believe, 45 shards. Okay, not too bad. So hopefully we will have 200 by the end of the week, and then we could get a 108 and potentially a 109 rated player out of this event, which is very good. But as I said earlier, I did play through all of the other live events. The only things I haven't grinded through yet are the Zlatan event and the Beckham's Chronicles. So those will be done today or tomorrow. My goals for those are to get the 108 rated goalkeeper Ibra and then the 104 Beckham. We will see though how far we make it. But from grinding the other live events like the challenge mode and completing exchanges, I was able to get a handful of players. So we now have up to 24.4 million coins to spend on the team. But by the end of our pack opening today, we should have quite a bit more. So we have some more rewards here from the Star Pass. I'm completing it as much as I can. And the final thing to do is to add a couple players into the team that we haven't before. So we got a 96 rated center back from one of the free packs in the store yesterday. We're still at a 108, so that's okay. The final addition is going to be Casillas. We're up to a 99. We are 1 overall away from hitting 100, which is really important because we will be getting gems when we do. So the final thing that I did to get gems yesterday was to unlock the achievement quest by completing the advanced lesson quest. So we are now going to get gems for increasing the team overall all the way up to 96, I believe is the highest we will get. So I think we're going to end up at around 20,000 gems total once all is said and done. I of course will also be able to get gems for training up players, which is something I've also been focusing on. If you see over here, we're going to be getting 1,000 gems for training up 3 players to level 10, and then also, as you could see, another 2,000 for reaching 100 overall, which is pretty much guaranteed today. So we're now up to 24,000 gems, which is really good. And what we're going to start off with is a guaranteed 105 to 111 pack. Hopefully we could get a good player here that will really upgrade the team, take us to 100 overall, and will get us another 2,000 gems. We get this time, okay, it's going to be 105 rated. I can't remember the guy's name. Decent player, but he will be an upgrade for the team. So we're going to add him into the squad there instead of Vlahovic. We've reached 100 overall. We only have 10 more overall to go. And with that, we also got another 2,000 gems. So with the 23,000 gems that we now have, we have a couple options on what we could do in the store. The first thing I'm going to do though is get into a tradable 103 to 111 guaranteed, because if we hit a big player, we could get tons of coins out of here. Is it going to be a center back? I believe it's 108 rated. Maybe not. I'm hoping, crossing our fingers. Never mind, 105 rated, so only 27 million coins. I really think we could get lucky here though, so I'm going to go for one more of these packs. Please, can you give us a big player EA so that we could buy players off the market? This time we get Denmark. Center mid, it's not going to be a big player. I believe 105 again. Never mind, 104 rated, 28.6 million. So unfortunately, we did not get anybody crazy out of there, but with selling these players, we will get 50 million coins, which means we're now up to 75 million, and we should be able to buy a couple decent players with those coins, because all we really need to reach 110 overall is to have a handful of 107 to 108 rated players that are ranked up. So that's going to be the plan, but to finish off the packs for today, we're going to get into 3 of the unlimited bundles, crossing our fingers, hoping that we could get someone good out of here. If not, we could use them for shards. We do get a walkout, which is promising. Is it going to be something big? Please don't be the same guy that we just got. Okay, another 104 rated player. Not ideal, but we did get a new left back, so we could add him to the team until we no longer need him, and then we could put him in for shards. So we will add Gunter to the team. That's perfect. And what I'm now going to do is switch the formation to 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, because we should be able to get a higher overall with this formation. So we now have a 102. We're going to go up there for striker, up to a 104 overall, which means we are now only 6 overall away from reaching our goal, which is very good for day 2. But of course, the higher you go, the harder it is to get to that 110, so we still have quite a bit of grinding left to do. And so with that said, my goal for today, or my focus for today, is going to be increasing the goalkeeper position, and the way I'm going to do that is by completing the Zlatan Chronicles section. So I have to complete the entire chapter 1 time through, and then complete it again in nightmare mode. And once I do that, the Zlatan 108 rated goalkeeper will be available to be claimed here in the intro section. And as you can see, stats are very good, and he's 108 at base, which is very good. Once we get him into the team, that's going to be one position locked down, and the second position we already have locked down is going to be right back. From there, I'm going to focus on getting a better center back, probably a better striker, maybe a better CDM, and a lot of that's going to come through getting gems from playing the different live events, and hopefully coins as well. So that's going to be the plan for today. Hopefully by tomorrow we will also have another pack that we could open here in the Ragnarok event, so we do have things to look forward to. But similar to yesterday, my game plan is just to grind the live events and hopefully get rewards from there. So with that being said, I'm going to get into that grind, and I'll see you tomorrow for another update. Alright, I'm back, and it is now 5:40 p.m. on Wednesday, and yesterday we made some decent progress. So I spent some time grinding the Ragnarok event, but unfortunately there aren't many good rewards that we could claim today. Although tonight, the second main rewards and gallery sections will be coming out, which is really good. And in that, hopefully we will get some better rewards that will allow us to get closer to 110 overall. But because I wasn't able to get much out of the Ragnarok event, I spent most of my time on the Zlatan and the Beckham Chronicles chapters. So as you can see, I completely completed chapter 1 for the Zlatan Chronicles, which means we got the 107 rated copy here. But this copy won't be helpful for us when reaching 110 overall, simply because at base he's a 104. So even though that is good, the most important thing that we did was unlock the 108 rated goalkeeper Zlatan, which is what we talked about yesterday. So we now have the 108 rated goalkeeper Zlatan in the club, which is amazing. Let's put him into the team, and with that alone we should be up to a 105, maybe 106 overall team. Let's see, we're up to a 105, so we're still 5 overall away, and that's not including any rank ups that we do. I believe I have 15 Mascherano's. We should be able to get 20 to 25 by the end of the week, which will guarantee us at least 2 overall on our team. But of course, we still have to upgrade some important positions, with the main one being center back. So hopefully today, with the gems that we get from the Beckham's Chronicles, we're able to get a player that can fill that role, increase the overall. As you can see, I completed the chapter 1, which means we get 2,000 gems. But as I was saying, hopefully we could get someone decent from the packs, and hopefully it is a center back. If not, we will have to try to buy one later in the challenge. So let's get into the guaranteed 105 to 111 for today. Hopefully we could get a good player. EA, please, can you bless us with someone good? We get Germany. Okay, center back, perfect. Union Berlin, FC Union. It's going to be 105 rated. That is perfect. We got exactly what we asked for. Alright, so I completely forgot. We actually had a copy of him already in the team, so we can't use him. That's not going to be helpful, but we can use him for shards, and maybe we will get a better center back out of the Ragnarok event at the end of the week. I think we will need about 200 shards. We're currently at 65, which isn't bad. But as you can see, for 200 shards, we could get the 108 rated Coates or Cotes. I don't know how you pronounce it, but he will definitely get us to 110. So that's going to be something we're working towards, but unfortunately, that's the only big pack that we can open today. The only other pack we're going to open is a tradable 97 to 111 guaranteed pack for 2250 gems. This pack is kind of slept on. If we get a good player, okay, that is unfortunate. If we got a good player, it could have gone for quite a few coins, but we know that we're guaranteed 15 million. There you go, 15 million plus about 1 million. So with the 16 million that we just added to the account, we are now up to 109 million coins, which is amazing. And with those coins, we could get a lot of 108 rated players. We'll quickly do a quick search here on the market. All right, never mind. We could get a 105 to 106 rated left wing or player, but probably not 107 or 108. Maybe if we get lucky here in the next couple days, we will be able to get a 108 rated player. But for the immediate future, the main position we're trying to upgrade is of course center back, and we will go for Coates in a couple days when we get enough shards. But with that, that is all for the update for today. There's not much we could do right now. Unfortunately, we don't have a crazy event out right now, but once the second main chapter comes out for the Ragnarok event, that's going to be a game changer, because then we could grind the main and main 2 chapters getting theoretically double the rewards every single day. So that is a game plan for the rest of the week. Hopefully we could also get lucky with a couple of standard packs and the challenge mode events, but until we get that update tonight, we can't do much more on the account. So as you can see, we have a couple rewards here to claim. I will claim them here in a second, but I'm going to leave it at that for today. So with that being said, I will see you tomorrow for another update when we hopefully have a lot more rewards from the new main chapter in the Ragnarok event. Alright, I am back and it is now 4:20 p.m. on Thursday, and yesterday I was able to acquire quite a few different things for the account. So as you can see, the new section of the Ragnarok event is out. We also got a couple new challenge mode events, all of which I completed to get rewards, and then of course the Zlatan chapter did come out, the third chapter. I'm still playing through it, but by the end of the day today, I should be able to complete it. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to be the best use of my time. We might not have to complete that chapter, but the thing that I made sure to do was the challenge mode events. We have the new Fellaini here that came out yesterday, as well as the Dunga that was out at the beginning of the challenge. So even though both of these cards are 104 rated at base, they are red rank, which means they will help increase our overall strictly from the rank ups that they have. So there's a couple ways that we could go about reaching 110 overall. We could essentially build around a 108 or 107 overall base team and then have about 22 to 23 rank ups, or we could drop the base overall by 1 and try to go for 34 rank ups, which will give us +4 overall. Going for a larger amount of rank ups does make more sense because it means that the rest of the players we have in our team don't have to be as high rated, but it is going to be harder to do, which is why I made sure to complete the challenge modes for Fellaini and Dunga, because I believe having those red ranks will really come in handy later on in this challenge. So that was great. We got those 2 cards, but of course, as I said earlier, we also got the brand new section of the Ragnarok event. We have a full new main section, which I've played through a little bit, a new rewards section, and a new gallery. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get anything out here, at least I don't think, because the cheapest cards in here are 200 shards, and I don't think we'll have the time to get 200 shards, but we can claim some things from the rewards chapter, and the main chapter here does give us more tokens, which will help us in the first reward chapter. So that's what I did yesterday. I still have more grinding to do here. I should be able to get another 200 to 300 of these Ragnarok tokens, but we do have 900 from the things that I grinded yesterday, which means we're going to get some gems, 500,000 coins, and then the most important thing is a 103 to 111 pack. So let's get into this, and then we also have gems to open up packs in the store. Hopefully we could get a good player out of here today though. Okay, that's not a good start. Left wing, alright, I believe he's 106, maybe 107. Never mind. 104 rated is not what we want. I believe he will only give us 5 to 10 shards. I could be wrong. Alright, so he does give 10 shards, which is decent, but we really do need better players from the Ragnarok Winters event if we want to hit the 200 shard mark that we need to get a player from the exchange. So that is unlucky. We're not making great progress there, but hopefully today we could actually get decent players from our packs. We have the daily 105 to 111 of the new Ragnarok section packs. Unfortunately, they don't have packs for the winter section. I don't know why they removed them, is what it is. But let's get into this one. If we could get like Zlatan, that would be crazy. We get CDM, Brighton, okay. I think there's a Rio in this event, so getting 111 Rio would be insane, but instead we get a 107 rated CDM. Bellingham was another player that we could have got. Owen, Saka, there's quite a few good English players in this week, but unfortunately we were not able to get any of them. So that's all we have for the daily packs. Tomorrow, if we get 7,500 gems, I might go for the 103 to 111 guaranteed, try to get some coins, because I'm starting to think the only way we're going to be able to buy some 107, 108 rated players is if we have enough coins, and right now we don't have much. But luckily we do have a decent amount of Masheranos already. We have 18 in total, so that's pretty good. We should be able to get to 20, maybe 25 by tomorrow, but the closer we get to 110 overall, the harder it's going to get. So as you can see here, we do have 1,000 gems that I also unlocked for completing some tackles, but unfortunately it's looking like that's going to be pretty much it for the update today. There's not much else we can do right now. The only thing that I think could increase the overall is putting in the 107. Okay, so we're now up to a 106 overall team. That does remove 4 rank ups from going towards our overall, but it does help us a little bit. So similar to yesterday, we once again still have to get a better center back. I think once we get a 105, 106 rated center back, we should be up to 107 or 108 overall on the team, which is pretty good. But unfortunately, the cheapest 107 rated center backs are still just out of our price range. This one here is at 164 million. So we still have about 40-50 million coins more to get. We might be able to get that done by tomorrow, but it is looking a bit unlikely. Although actually, you know what? This might be a dumb gamble, but I'm actually going to go for it. 2 tradable packs here for only 4,500 gems. We should be able to get one more done tomorrow. Even though it's not a guaranteed 103 to 111, we are going to get a guaranteed 30 million coins. There you go. That might have been a mistake and I might regret that tomorrow, but hopefully that will have been the right decision. Of course, we won't know until tomorrow though. So with that, our current team is now a 106 overall. With Mascherano's and rank ups, we should be guaranteed to get to 108, maybe squeak out 109, not quite sure yet. But hopefully by tonight or tomorrow morning, I will get enough rewards that will help us reach that 110 overall. It's looking like it's going to be a tough task, but I think we might be able to get there. So with that said, I'm going to get into the grind today and I'll see you tomorrow for another update. Alright, I'm back and it is now 4:57 p.m. on Friday, so we're about 25-30 minutes away from the end of the challenge, and as you can see, we still have a 106 overall team, but we do have quite a few things we could do today in the last 30 minutes that could get us to 110 overall. So as I said I would yesterday, I played through the live events, got quite a few different rewards, so today we have a few things to claim. I grinded through the Ragnarok event, now have 760 of the tokens, which will allow me to get 500 gems here, which is great for opening packs, and then also one more reward in the rewards 2 section, and that is a 91 Mascherano. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get anything else crazy out of here, but those were 2 very important rewards. The other thing I did yesterday was play through the Icons Chronicles, especially the Hexad Chronicles got the Kaka, which doesn't really matter, but the reason why I played through these is to get 1,000 universal tokens as well as gems. And the reason why I wanted to get 1,000 universal tokens is because even though we no longer get them from the Division Rival rewards, we are still able to exchange them for 2,500 gems every single week, which is going to be another pack that we can open. So now we are at just over 10,000 gems, and with these gems, we could work towards getting better players. Now, I've already done the calculations, and all we really need to get is just above a 106 overall base team, and then rank everybody up. So, we're currently a couple overall and a couple positions away from doing that, but luckily there's a lot of 106 overall players that go for about 40 to 50 million coins, which means we could buy a couple off the market if we need to. But before we buy anybody, we got to open up our packs for today, so we're going to get into the guaranteed 105 to 111 pack. Hopefully we could get a good player out of here. If we could get like a 109 plus, that would be incredible. This time we get Germany, center attacking mid, Bayern. Is Musiala in this event? Never mind, 106, but as I said, that's literally all we need, 106s or higher. So let's put our new player into the team. He's not going to increase the overall, but that's okay. Let's now go back into the store, and we have an option of either opening up the unlimited bundles or opening up some tradable packs. I'm going to go in for one tradable pack first, just to be sure, just so that we secure 15 million coins at least. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, we didn't get anybody crazy, but we did get 15 million coins, which is very important. Let's put that player into the exchange. That's another 15 million added to the club. And with that 15 million, we should be guaranteed to be able to get a couple 106s. So we're now going to get into an unlimited bundle. Hopefully, we could get a big player out of here. If not, that's okay. We do get a walkout. EA, please give us a good card. We get French, okay. Striker, which is very good. Napoli is going to be Thuram. Isn't he like 109? Never mind, 105 rated Bonnie. So that's not what we were hoping for, but that is okay. We could put him in there. That's still going to help us out with overall. We still have 2,500 gems left though, so we're going to go in for one more unlimited bundle pack. Hopefully I'm not making the right decision, or the wrong decision here rather. Okay, unfortunately we get a 103. That's okay though. Now it's time to try to figure out whether we could hit 110 overall. So the first thing to do is to buy a new center back, which is something we've needed for quite some time. So we just got a 106 rated player for only 38 million coins. We're going to put him straight in there. We are now up to a 107. We now need a new center mid, so we just went out and bought another 106 rated player for 38 million coins. We will add him to the team, Perfect. So we're now only a couple positions away from getting our base overall. The next thing to do is to put in all the players that we're not going to use into the extra time pick exchange so that we could open up one of the extra time picks. This might seem crazy, we're literally YOLOing everything into it, but I do think this will pay off because the extra time pick that we're now able to open guarantees us a 107 to 111, which is exactly what we need. So let's get into it. Can we get a really big player, EA, please? 108 rated. That was perfect. We've now claimed 108 rated Robin van Persie. He can go in at right striker. But now the final pieces to the puzzle, assuming that we have enough Mascherano's, are going to be these two 106 overall players. We have both striker and center back for only 38 million. We're going to put the center back in there. Perfect. The striker up top, we're now up to a 108. And after rank ups, we should be able to reach 110 overall. Like I said, though, crossing our fingers that we have enough Mascherano's. Unfortunately, in that process, I screwed something up. I had to use 4 Mascherano's to resell a player. Hopefully that does not come back to bite me, but it is what it is. Thinking about it now, though, I really should have bought a couple players already ranked up. I think I had the extra coins, so don't know why I didn't do that, but just another thing I was not fully paying attention to. But with our CDM being ranked up to blue rank, we're now at a 109, which means with another, I believe, 11 rank ups, we will hit 110 overall if my math is mathing. And there you go, I just ranked up Gunther for the final time, and we're now at a 110 overall. And we just barely made it because it's currently 5:17 p.m., so it is 5 minutes away from the end of the challenge. That was a close call, but in the end, we were able to clutch up and reach 110 overall in 100 hours or less. I had a lot of fun doing this challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed it, but if you did, push up a like. If you're a new, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.